Hi guys, Ryuu here from Blender Bros, and in this video we're gonna be designing a sci-fi entrance for a building. Let's go. Before we start with anything building or whatever related where humans are involved, we need some scale, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a cube, because cube is 2 by 2, yeah, 2 by 2 meters. So if we're going to scale this cube just a little bit like that, we're gonna have about 1.8 meters cube. So kind of like a taller human, right? Put it somewhere here. We're gonna apply scale. Good to go. You could use a real human model, but you don't really need to, especially when you're gonna make this thing a bit wider, So you could do something like this here and pull his arms out, if you will. So grab that and scale it on X, like this. There you go, there's your human. Okay, so let's add the cube. Now we need to make an entrance, right? So let's say that this human stands here. Or in fact, what, we could put them all on the ground here on the level 0. So let's select this cube and Shift S and to face. And then we're going to move the object origin to cursor, and we're going to move cursor to origin, and then we're going to move this cube to the cursor and rotate it on Y by 180 and apply all transforms, right? And this one doesn't have to be super accurate. You can just put it somewhere here manually, peachy. So now when I'm going to be scaling this, I'm going to be scaling from this cursor, from the origin, which is great. So we can maintain the level here. So let's just, create a kind of like a entrance here, and we don't have to make it super tall. This could be a kind of a lower structure. Let's make it a bit wider, okay? And we're definitely gonna make this deeper. So, deeper, right? Awesome. Now here on the back, what we can do is a shift curve extract this wall, and Shift S to geometry. And in fact, to face, let's apply this, and then to face. There we go. And then we're gonna scale this. I'm gonna scale this on cursor, on the origin again. So we can create like a sort of a secondary part here for this building. It makes this a bit smaller, narrower, and maybe not as squarish. So move it somewhere here and expand it up. Now we have some seams going on here, so I want to turn them off. Let's just select everything and then turn off seams in hard ups and recalculate sharpen. That's better. Now, if you're interested in learning Blender, especially hard surface, we got a fantastic course for you, and it's free. So this course will tell you everything you need to know about starting with Blender, how to set up the UI, how to understand all the menus, how to start modeling, how to operate with different tools, basic modifiers, how to render, and how to create your first portfolio piece so you can start hunting for the dream job you always wanted. The link to the course is in the video description, and like I said, the course is absolutely free. Enjoy. Now what we need to do is we need to kind of, maybe this could be a little bit bigger. Something like that. It's cool. So now let's create kind of like an overhang here for this second floor here, right? So let's grab this and extrude it here. And extrude it here. Okay, we could even go deeper than this, somewhere here. Grab these two edges and we're going to bevel them, but before we do that, let's apply scale and do it again. Something like, I don't know, 10 segments will do. That's pretty cool. And let's just apply sharpen, so sharp. Now these two are going to be combined together, so we can just simply select them both and Boolean's union. And let's just swap this one to exact here. So select this one and Boolean and exact and Shift 2. And then let's just apply this. So multiply and let's just clean it. And I think this should clean this bits here in the middle. There you go, it's clean. We got some problem here, but this can be easily removed by simply dissolving verts. There we go. I think this one is not actually connected properly here. What's going on here? So we don't really need that edge. There we go. Dissolve it. 4 to close it. Boom. So what we need now is kind of like a, let's just put a bevel here so I can actually see the structure properly. So now what we need here is to run some kind of like a support here. So what we could do is grab this and rip it off, Q, and, you know, Control click on the curve extract. And we could create some kind of beams here, you know, like maybe going from here. So let's go to the top view and let's grab a box cutter and let's just slice it here like this from the top and apply that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to drop these down here to this level. So we're going to align them with the machine tools, Alt A, align them. If you don't know machine tools that well, watch my video on it. I have an extensive video, that 2 videos that explain everything in terms of, you know, machine tools. Sharpen this and Bob's your uncle. And now we're going to cut the, you know, this thing here. But before we do, let's just maybe move it slightly forward here and inwards. So kind of like here, you know, GY and, come on, GY. Yeah, somewhere here will do. Cool. We're going to, you know, slice it with an angle. So slice it like this. See, the angle jump here is quite big. I think it's like 15 degrees. So you can go here and switch it to 5. It's going to be a little bit less crazy. There we go. Let's just cut it like that. A bit deeper here on the bottom. So there's going to be a larger base. There's some kind of a weird thing going on here in the middle. And I think it's due to this edge. Let's just dissolve it. And what the hell is this? Oh, it's a human. There we go. And then in the front, you know, I mean, in the front, what we can do is slice it here from one side, and we're going to mirror this to the other, right? So we don't have to create both of these beams, just we need the one, okay? So select this and simply, you know, slice it and sharpen, Shift S to geometry, Bob Janko. Now, we need to design this beam here. So what we could do, you know, we could cut it in the middle here, like this, with an end gun, okay? So here, here, and here, and up, and then E, and slice it, Shift click. We need to fix this edge here because it's not straight. So select these and Alt A to align it. There you go. Weighted normals, and let's add some bevel here as well. Cool. And now we can have some fun with these cutters. So let's just grab these both, okay? And now let's have some fun here. So first of all, what we can do is create like a groove in here, okay? So grab the cutter, there we go. And then create cut here, Shift click. And then we can adjust it. So G, Y, and you know, we can adjust it here like this. We can do all kinds of stuff. And then we can cut this one inside as well. So watch. It's cutting a cutter technology, right? It can create some really intricate shapes, guys, okay? So we're gonna go here, select this cutter and go to Q and F scroll to recover the one in the middle. Select these 2 edges here. You can just go to occlude if you can't see that. Control B, and we can, you know, chamfer this a bit in the middle to make it a bit more interesting. That's really cool. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually slice it here one more time in the middle, like this, from the top, right? And one here from the bottom, okay? See, and like I said, you can create some really intricate stuff just using cutters upon cutters upon cutters. So F scroll, F scroll, F scroll, right? Cool, cool, cool. So now we have this, and we can actually create one more cut here, a deep one, like this, right? And mirror this cutter to the other side. And there you go. That's a really cool sort of an element here. This one here in the middle could be also cut. So now what we're gonna do is gonna apply this one. So operations multiply, right? Let's go to top view and we're gonna run a cut. We're gonna run a knife here. Okay, cool. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this this part here, right? And we're going to shift curve extracted out. We're gonna scale it a little bit on X so it's wider. Cool. And then we can start drilling this one. Okay, so D, and we could start cutting this beam here. Like that. That's pretty cool. Just apply sharpen. And this beam here on its own could be cut as well from this side, like this. And just press X and slice through it. So we can grab that and sharpen it, and we can run some. Let me just grab this one as well here. Let's flip normals one at a time. So let's grab this piece here. What's going on here? Flip normals. Select everything alt and calculate outside. There we go. Let's grab this bit here and chamfer it and mirror to the other side with mesh machine. And we're starting to get something really cool in here. Awesome. This bit on the front here could be also, you know, juiced up a little bit. So let's cut it in here like this. Okay. With X. All these normals are flipped here, I think, so we need to fix them. So let's just sharpen this, select everything alt and calculate outside to fix the shading. Same here. Sharpen, select everything alt and calculate outside. There we go. And this one needs a bit of fixing, so, you know, we definitely need something here. So let's grab this one, shift curve extract to create another beam. Let's just move it inside here like this. Let's apply this and create some chamfer here on the front, or maybe smaller one. That's gonna look a little bit better. There we go. And then we can create an opening here. So, you know, somewhere here on the bottom like this. Okay. And then, let me see that. Here from the front, we could have some cuts as well. So let's select this face, and I'm gonna align to the face. You can do it with this align to view. I have shortcut Control Q. By default, Control Q in Blender is quit Blender. We're not gonna quit Blender, so, you know, just get rid of this stupid shortcut and use this one instead. There's some jam in here going on with my verts. Let me just clean these two. Dissolve edges. Dissolve edges. What the hell is this? Let me see that. There's some junk in here happening. Where is this coming from? Ah, it's from here. Okay. I see the problem. That's the problem here. Alright, in this case what we're gonna do is gonna turn the bevel off in edit mode for a second. Which didn't work for some reason. Okay, here. And let me see that. So this is causing the problem, yes. Dissolve edge, we don't need it. Dissolve edge here. Let's just copy to the other side with mesh machine. And how are we looking now? That's fixed. Cool. Okay, let's go back. And Jesus Christ, what the fuck is this? What is going on here? Let's just mirror to the other side. That didn't work. Okay, we need to clean these verts because they're definitely causing some problems. So let's see here what we're dealing with. Let's just clean mesh with hard ups. This should help a little bit. Let's see if we're getting still some weird results. There we go, sorted. We still have some shading problem here on the bottom, which is kind of interesting. What's going on here? Let me see that. Let me just remove this face for a second. Clean that. And yeah, this should work without a problem. Let me just turn it back on. Still getting some shading problems. Interesting. Let me just remove this face for a second here. We're missing something. Oh, I see the problem here. Right. Let's just subdivide this edge here. Combine these two. And move this one to the right. Then copy to the other side, and now it should work. I hope. So, let's grab this and these, and this one, and these two. Create a face, copy to the other side, and now it's sorted. Cool. It's really complicated booleans. Things can go crazy, so you need to learn how to, you know, fix them. So let's go to face mode, Control Q, the shortcut right for the align, click, and then we can start cutting here some interesting things. So we could just, you know, cut something in here, for example. That's one, and we could have another cut here. This could be an X cut. So now we're gonna mirror this to the other side, mirror this one, and we're good to go. And yeah, this should be cool. And you know, we could also create another cut here in the middle. Let's say here maybe. Opened up this part here like this. And we could create some kind of you know, mechanism here in the middle or something, you know, or just leave it like that. It looks kind of cool. We need to mirror this one as well, and PG. Now we can grab all these elements here. I'm missing something. This one, right? There we go. Select that. Alt X A to duplicate mirror. Create a duplicate mirror, and boom. And we got this kind of a situation here. Now, this is a little bit narrow. We could make this a bit, you know, wider. Okay, this one. There we go. GX, move it in here, and then simply mirror one more time. So A and mirror, boom. And I got a kind of like a wider entrance here, which is cool. Create like a bit of a chamfer here, like this. We will have to fix this bit here. So move this corner in here, and this one can stay. This one could be moved down, and simply mirror to the other side. It's gonna be kind of, you know, look a bit better here. This one on the top here could have a chamfer going on, like a really long one. So here could be a chamfer, right? It's gonna look pretty cool. And we could have some kind of like a, you know, smaller structure here on top. So Shift curve extract here and scale it down and simply move it in here like this, right? And mirror to the other side. There we go. Okay. And here we could have some kind of paneling. So, you know, some paneling here. You know, like that. Another one here. So let's borrow this cutter and go to face mode. Select this face. Shift curve extract. So it's gonna be on the same height, you know. Move it somewhere here and solidify it further. And let's expand it here and cut it. So booleans slash, yeah. So you got these two panels on top. Let's create some entrance. So let's slice it from the top first. So slice it here, and I'm gonna lower this down a bit. Create some sort of, you know, sort of a front here, like a, you know, I don't know. So the porch really, it's kind of like a entrance to that building. Let's grab a cut here. Let's maybe cut it in here like this. There we go, something like that. And, you know, we could have some cuts in here as well, just for fun. Maybe wedge cuts. I'm gonna mirror to the other side. Now the bevel is way too strong, right? The bevel is way too strong, so we're going to drop the bevel down. You don't want to have it bevel too strong. These cuts are not applied yet, so let's have a scroll this and this one, and let's move it a little bit to the right hand side. Now I don't know if this is better or this is better. I think this is better, it makes more sense. And we could also create some you know, chamfers here on this side. There we go. And then we can cut an entrance here, okay? So we can cut an entrance here, really low, like this, right? And cut it in. It's in wedge mode, so press B for bevel. Create a chamfer for X and, you know, cut an entrance here in the middle. There we go. And then we can have some fun with it. So, you know, grab this cutter. We can start cutting it with an end gun. So we could, for example, create a shape here like this. Let's just mirror to the other side so it's consistent. Same with this one, with the building. So it makes sense. I need to mirror this cutter as well. There you go. Okay. So now let's apply this and move it a little bit in, okay? So GY, and move it a little bit in. So it's kind of, you know, inside of this entrance. And we're gonna go to the top view and Jesus Christ, where am I here? Oh, where's my entrance? There we go. Grab that and slice it from the top, okay, like this. So grab a box and slice it from the top and X. So we can now work on this front bit here. Now we could create kind of like a door that, you know, opens up and down, which could be kind of interesting. So this could be sort of offset 3070. So instead of cutting in the middle, we're gonna cut it somewhere here, and could actually go the same direction here, or maybe make it a little bit wider. So here, like this, and it's gonna be mirrored to the other side. So X, right, and mirror to the other side. Across this one, right? Same with this one, okay? In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna mirror the cutter. There you go. So that's that, and that looks pretty cool. Could have some kind of, let me just apply this, and we could have some kind of chamfer here. Maybe with some lighting or something. It's gonna look pretty cool. Same with the door here, that could have some kind of a chamfer or a bevel going on like this. It's gonna be pretty interesting. Same in the bottom. It could be a bevel here. It's gonna look a little bit more sci-fi-ish. And here, just let's one more time. There's some kind of a rogue vert in here. There we go. One more time. Boom. And select these two. So sharpen that. Select these two. And I want to chamfer them just a little bit. Okay. Cool. And you got to see this kind of chamfers. They create highlights and they sort of define this entrance. Now here in addition to all this, what we could do is grab this bit. Let's cut this here. Apply that. Okay, in fact, let's cut it in here and then apply this. Sharpen, and then we go into, you know, inside it a little bit. Control R, invert everything, and then delete faces, right? So we're gonna be left with this. Let's mirror to the other side, go here, and what we're gonna do now is we're going to solidify this with two both ways, okay? And you're gonna create this kind of a cool sort of a, not really an overhang, but sort of like a framing for this door. You just need to mirror this to the other side across the building. So we need to drop this down, you see, because it kind of ends hovering in the air. So let's grab these two. So this one we need to apply this, so smart apply. We need to sharpen this, clean the all the junk. Don't know what the hell is this, but we need to remove this. And there's some stuff inside as well. Jesus Christ. Let's just remove this. There we go. There we go. Cool. Now select these two and extrude them down. Perfect. And we could actually cut this here. So let's just cut an opening here like this. Recover this cutter and create a chamfer here. There you go. And you could have some kind of a ventilation here on top or whatnot, you know, here, right? And this could be a mirror to the other side with some decals or whatnot. Then here, you know, we could have some vents as well in this part here. So press T for solidification. And we could have the mirror to the other side. And also we need some lighting, right? So, or this could be lighting, and for example, you know, this could be ventilation or something, right? T, boom, right? And then we could have some kind of, you know, vents here going on. Shift V and to longest edge. Let's try that. That doesn't work, okay. Let's do it manually. And VX. And just cut, and then we can create a knife cut to secure these. And you get yourself like a ventilation here, and there's some, you know, two lights here on sides. So let's apply this. Okay, operation smart apply. And grab these two lights. Okay. Control LP selection, move them inside a little bit. Okay, and then we can just create some chamfer here. So F and chamfer. Select them both and you know, insert them like this. Boom, you got lights, right? And you know, this would do. Here we could have another cut, just for fun, like a longer one. So cut here with a knife. Okay, and we can actually expand this on both sides. So Alt and macro and move it outside. Create kind of like an additional support for these beams here. So they're gonna look a bit more complex, and they're gonna sort of frame the door a bit better, right? So there you go, guys. This would be kind of like a very simple sci-fi entrance. Nothing too complicated. Very simple structure, kind of like a lab or something, or some kind of a tower, whatever, control tower. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.